once you've logged in, your home page is going to look something like this. There is an announcement or announcements that are off on the right-hand side. So when new things are created, for example, you can see the forum is added. Announcements will be made and they'll be put in on this side under announcements with the most recent announcement up on top. As you look at the top of your screen, you can see if I click on all games, that will take me to the all games, and you can play the various games that are here. If you click on from here, you have to go back. There's also home, which is this page. There's also tutorials. Inside tutorials, you have all different tutorials on how to do different things, and I'll be adding more tutorials as time goes on. So the first thing, the first tutorial is this: how to create a new game. And there's a little message here that says click here. We will deal with that a little bit later. There's also how to add a level to your game, and then also triggers. On the right hand side, you will see there are descriptions of, there's a description of what the tutorial does, and then also you have a some examples or some things to be careful of or things like that. Okay, so just other little notes that are covered in the tutorial that are just in text for reference. Okay. Going further down, then it'll talk about how to set up the triggers for the rocket and how to set up triggers for moving objects. And the triggers are basically how your game engine runs. But I'll be giving more tutorials and just keep adding on to these. But the first three, you'll want to watch those before you get too far, because it talks about the basics of how to create a new game and levels and triggers. Okay. So, there's also a section here called Forum. So in Forum, if I click on Forum, Forum is so that you can ask questions and other users can answer them, or I can answer them as well. So for example, here is a question by Dude. When are you going to add a tutorial on how to make a splash screen? Okay, so then I posted a comment saying I hope to make the splash screen tutorial this weekend. So I'll be doing that after this tutorial. You can also see this also includes announcements and just other comments and things like that. So if I click on all, you will see this screen. If I click on my questions, then you will only see the questions or statements or comments that you've posted. If you click on announcements, you will only see the announcements. And you can also, there's also a search. So let's say I wanted to search for splash. Splash. And I'll click on search. So these are the questions that deal with splash. I can click on one comment, and you can see everybody who commented, which is only one person so far. But you can also add comments to people who ask questions. So if somebody has a question on something and you know the answer, you can type in the answer and post it. So clicking on post will then add a comment to Dude. So when Dude logs in and clicks on his questions, but he clicks on his questions, then he's going to see your answer to the question that he posed. Okay, so here you can add in your own questions. If you want to comment on some question that's already there, click on comment, and then type in your comment here and click post. That will add it to the system. Okay, there's also profile. In profile, you can change your username and password if you want to. Let's see, what else? And then tables. We'll get into tables later. So first of all, when you first log in, it's going to start up in home, there's a little note here that says click on tutorials at the top of this page and watch the create a new game to unlock this function. So right now this function is locked, and what you will need to do is click on tutorials, and then this one is click right here. So we're going to click here, and I've got a pop-up blocker that stops this. So if the video doesn't start in another window, you can either check your pop-up blocker, or you can you can click on this again. So I'm just going to click on this again, and it's going to pop up this tutorial, and it'll start talking through the tutorial, explaining how to set up your game. Okay, so once you finish watching this tutorial, or actually you can watch the tutorial and also go back to tutorials. If you go back to home, this is unlocked, and you can now add new games by clicking on create. And what I would recommend is to watch a little bit of this, pause it, and then go back to here and do it. Okay, so once you've got your this video is going, you listen to the video, you kind of get through it, and you've created a game. I'm going to click on edit here, and in your game at the bottom you're going to have another one. So once you've completed and once you've added a game, you'll need to add levels. So it says click on tutorials at the top of this page and watch the add a level to your game video to unlock this function. So this function is also locked, and you will need to go up to tutorials, click on tutorials, and it says click here. So you will need to click on this. Again, I've got an issue with the pop-up blocker, so I'm just going to scroll down and click this again. Okay, so here's another video, and this video is going to go through how to create a level. So it's going to go through, and we're building this game, Shoot Hoops. Okay, so this is another video. Watch the video, and let me pause this. So watch that video. So watch both of these videos, and then you'll know how to do this. So once you get done with those, then when you go into so the end of this video, then watch this video as well, how to add triggers. So the triggers are going to be used to move things around in your game. So the first one is how do you create the front end of your game. The middle one is a basic tutorial on how to create a level. And then in the level, you will need to have your things move around. And then so this tutorial will tell you how to move things around in your game. Okay, I think that's it for this tutorial. And be sure to watch the tutorials in here. Also, if you go to your home page, I will put in the announcements other videos that get added, and when they get added, you can go to tutorials and view them, and then you'll know how to do a certain part of it. If you have questions, again, go to forum, post your question here, and I will keep an eye on questions and try to answer them. Okay? Thank you, and good luck.